Hello everybody. Uh, I'm not gonna claim that I have every single release and sleeve variants because I have made so many times mistakes with these, but from what I know, these are every US and European single releases. So yeah, let's get started. The first one was Runaway Boys, back with My One Desire. And Runaway Boys is still one of those songs that when I hear it from the radio, it still brings me goosebumps. I remember when I first heard it from the radio, it was so different than anything that I had heard before then. It's still kind of magical song to me. To my knowledge, there are no sleeve variants to this one. Second single, Rock This Town. This is the UK sleeve, back with You Can't Hurry Love, and note that it only says Can't Hurry Love. And hold on. Oh, come on now. All right. Okay, and in France they release it with this sleeve, and still it only says Can't Hurry Love. And then on to the third single, Stray Cat Strut. This is the UK sleeve, back with Drink That Bottle Down. Recorded live. Yeah, Drink That Bottle Down is recorded live. Almost forgot about that one. Yeah, Stray Cats original, that one. These B-sides that are not included on the album, when they are Stray Cats originals, they are always good songs. In Holland, they released with this sleeve, same B-side. And then we move on to the Gonna Ball album. In the UK, first single was You Don't Believe Me, back with Cross That Bridge. And in Germany, they release it with this sleeve, You Don't Believe Me, back with Cross That Bridge. And note that it says from the forthcoming album Gonna Ball, but they still use the sleeve of the first album here. Then, second single, Little Miss Prissy, back with live versions of Sweet Love of My Mind and Something Else. This is the UK sleeve. And then in Holland, they release it with this sleeve, Cross That Bridge on the B-side. And then in France, Little Miss Prissy was released with this sleeve. And note that the back sleeve is upside down, and it says that it should have Crossed That Bridge on the B-side, but this one is a mispressing. This one has got You Don't Believe Me on the B-side. And then in Europe, there was also a release for Gonna Ball, and they use same B-sides as UK release for Little Miss Prissy, Sweet Love of My Mind and Something Else live versions. And then a Japanese single release. I usually don't buy Japanese singles, but this one I came across so many times that I decided to buy it. This one actually has got 3 different titles. Officially this song is called Downtown Cross That Bridge, but for the here on the Japanese it's listed as Downtown Going Downtown but on a label it's listed as What's Going Down. So you can choose which title you use. On the B-side it's Stray Cat Strut. Okay, then we move on to the American album release, Built for Speed. And there were 2 single releases from that one. The first one is Stray Cat Strut, back with You Don't Believe Me. Second single was Rock This Town, back with You Can't Hurry Love, and this time it does include the word you here and here also. But in France there was also a single release from the album. It's Baby Blue Eyes, back with live versions of Sweet Love on My Mind and Something Else, and they used the same back sleeve as on the UK single release for Little Miss Breezy. And then we move on to the Rant and Rave album. First one was She's Sexy and 17, back with Looking Better Every Beer. And I don't believe that there are any sleeve variants for this one, but if I'm not mistaken, there is a shape picture disc which uses this one as the front picture. In Europe there was also a single release for Rebels Rule. On the back sleeve the B-side is listed as Looking Through My Back Door, but on a label it's listed correctly as Looking Out My Back Door, which is the CCR cover. And I think they do rather good version, unlike the You Can't Hurry Love, which I thought was rather awful version. In US there was also a single release for I Won't Stand in Your Way. On the A side is the ordinary Stray Cats version, but on the B side is a cappella version of it. That was US only single release. In the US also, Look at That Cadillac, back with Lucky Charm. Lucky Charm is also a Stray Cats original. In Europe they used this sleeve, same B-side, but on the label the Lucky Charm is listed as Lucky Charm Ooey Susie. Then we move on to the Blast Off album. There were no single releases for what I know from the Rock Therapy album. And the first one was Bring It Back Again, back with live version of Runaway Boys. And this live version of Runaway Boys is amazing to me because, in my opinion, it's clearly a mistake. Obviously, it's possible that they did it on purpose, but when you listen to it, they first played at a fast pace, and then midway through the song, they clearly slowed down the song and played like that until the end. Yeah, like I said, it could be done intentionally, but to me it sounds like a clear mistake. That one I also has a 12-inch. The third song is I Fought the Law. Again, in my opinion, good cover version. Then the second single, Gina, back with Two of a Kind. Again, Stray Cats original. And there was also a third single release, Gene and Eddie, back with Rockin' All Over the Place and live version of She's Sexy and 17. This is the only one that I haven't found as a 7-inch. Only have this one as a 12-inch. Then we move on to the Choo Choo Hotfish album. There was one single release, Elvis on Velvet, Radio Edit and Lust and Love on the B-side. And this one I also have as a 12-inch, which is slightly different in that Radio Edit is the third song on here. The full-length version is the A side here. Also Lust and Love on the B side. And in France they also released Crybaby back with Sleepwalk. And that's it as far as the Stray Cats singles go. There were also, I believe, 3 single releases from the, I think it was an Australian album release only, Let's Go Faster or something like that, but I never heard that album. I have seen at least one of those singles personally, but yeah, I've never even wanted to hear that album. So yeah, as a bonus I will show one more Brian Setzer, When the Sky Comes Tumbling Down, back with Crush of Love. And this Crush of Love is one of the songs that Stray Cats re-recorded. I don't think that this is especially good. This single is from the Live Nude Guitars. There was also a single release from his first solo album, Justice Feels Like Knife. And I actually saw a single from that album at the same time when I bought this one, but I decided that this one is enough, at least for now. Okay, that's it for this time. Hope you like this. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment. Bye.